Welcome back, kids. So here we are for the activity to follow up on the lesson of the story from Job. All right, and we learned that Job was very faithful and he trusted in God. And I couldn't understand what I was going to do for the activity for this. I thought, well, maybe we can make a shield of faith because, it is the armor of God. That shield is the shield of faith. And I thought we can do that. And we can do this, and it's just a matter of really cutting out some paper and doing it in the form of a shield and putting on here maybe a Bible scripture. And I found one that says from 2 Thessalonians 3:3, "But the Lord is faithful. He will strengthen you and protect you from the evil one." And I thought it was a good verse to just wrap up the story of Job. And all you have to do is really just take a regular piece of paper. You can fold it in half. On the top, you can just cut little zigzags, or if you want to do little scallop marks, and then just take it in the bottom and cut across, and you'll have your shield, all right? And do it however you want, but that could be your personal shield. I put on here, "I will stay faithful to God," and you could put, like if your name is Bob, you could say, "Bob will stay faithful to God." Whoever it is, so if you have a bunch of you in your family, you could each have your own little shield, and you can decorate it in any way that you want. You can I put some glue on, and then I put little sprinkles, these little glittery things on, and let it dry, and you can make your little shield. And I put the sun, and I put the moon and the stars and the heart, because that all represents God. All right, so that's one of the things. But, I thought if you don't want to do a craft like that, we can do a little object lesson, because I find that it's just fun. Having trust in God and believing that God is always there through everything that we go through, it's so important. So what you're going to need to do for this part, if you want to participate, is just get a Ziploc bag, all right, and this is a quart size. You're going to need water. All right, and you're going to need some pencils, and make sure they have a nice sharp point on them. All right, and these are going to be standing for like the attacks that we get in our lives, because sometimes we go through trials and challenges in our life, but if God is there with us, we can get through it. So here we go. We're going to use a bucket, all right? So we have our little bucket, and we have our bag filled up, all right? And that's going to be us. And what are we going to do with this? We're going to start to get attacks. And I want you to be able to see this. And here we go. So say, for example, we learned in Job that they actually took his animals from him. They were stolen. So that's one attack. All right? But God is with us. All right? Then maybe some of the animals were stolen or killed. And that's another attack. All right? And there we remain strong because God is with us. Just think of a personal attack in your own life. Maybe you have a personal loss. Maybe someone passed away that was very close to you. And there we are. We have another attack. But God is with us. And I see these little drips in here, but I always think of those as the tears often. Because, it's okay that when we go through these losses, we do cry. Because it doesn't make us happy when we have these losses, but we have to realize that we are human. And that's how we deal with it. And it's okay, and God knows that. Even Jesus wept. All right, and we're going to do one more attack here, just to show you this. So we're going to have another attack, and just think it again. Maybe you had a special pet that passed away. And there we go, another attack. But we get through it. But I want to show you something. When we don't have God with us, what happens? You start to take God out of the picture. I don't know if you can see this. But we don't get through it any longer, all right? We're deflated. We're lost without God in our lives. So it's very important for us to always realize that, even though we go through challenges, we go through losses and struggles, it's not easy, but knowing God is with us, it makes it much easier. And to always have trust in God and know that He is always faithful to us. And I want to share that Bible verse once more with you that we talked about when we were doing our shields from 2 Thessalonians. "But the Lord is faithful. He will strengthen you and protect you from the evil one." And I just hope that makes it a little bit easier to understand. It also wraps up that lesson from Job, the story of Job. And if you have an opportunity and you want to read through that chapter, that really long chapter, you can find out all the details that Job goes through and all his struggles and challenges. It was wonderful to be with you. I feel very blessed to have the opportunity to share this with you. And until I see you next time, God bless.